Hi Gemini, Happy New Year. I hope you had an awesome Christmas and all the best for 2025. This is going to be a general reading for all sun, moon, rising signs, and if you're watching for a Gemini. It's going to be for the month of January, a past, present, and future reading. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. Yeah, so I've already cleared the energy of the cards and shuffled, but I'll just do a little bit more shuffling here. Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini for the month of January, please? Can I have past, present, and future cards? Gemini, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, Gemini, so your past message is the Lover's card, Major Arcana, Gemini energy. That's you showing up in your reading. Your present message, you have the Nine of Swords upright. And then your future message is the Empress, or the Major Arcana. Okay, good, wonderful. So, I'm just going to use my little statue here to hold my cards upright. So the first card is a Lover's card. This card, Major Arcana, represents your past, represented by Gemini. This card is telling you to trust your knowing and make a commitment, okay? Trust what you know and then make a commitment or make a decision, make a choice. This is a card that talks about love, unions, partnerships, relationships, choices. It could represent new possibilities, soulmates, kindred spirits. It's a card of balance, unity, harmony, romance, desire. So this card represents a choice to be made. What it represents is the importance or different ways to make decisions. You're being asked to consider carefully how you make the important decision before you. Do you follow your heart? Do you follow your head and do what makes sense? With this card, Spirit is saying, use your head and your heart and your intuition so you can make the best decision possible, okay? Sometimes Spirit will say, just follow your heart, tune into your heart, what your heart's saying, or Spirit says, you need to make a really practical, logical decision. With this situation, Spirit is recommending that you use your head and your heart so you make a balanced decision, okay? Trust your knowing, make a commitment. Again, it has something to do with the past, a unionship, a partnership, a relationship, a romance. This card represents major choices, shared values, having your values in alignment with someone else or with yourself. That saying, to thine own self be true. That could resonate here with this situation. Something to do with your past. This is also a card of cooperation, working together with others to accomplish joint purposes. It can stand for attraction of any kind, not just romantic. It could represent any venture requiring harmony, union, and cooperation. There's a choice that needs to be made between two factors of equal worth. But Spirit's saying the choice you make will be the right one, okay? Two or more forces or people have come together in your life in pursuit of a common goal. This may be a temporary conjunction for some specific purpose, or it might be a long-term relationship. Trust what you know, Spirit is saying, and make a commitment, okay? This is a card of collaboration and service to others. Love, romance, emotional, spiritual, and physical unions. It can represent a soulmate. Choices are not crystal clear. Really try and use your intuition, okay? This card could represent marriage or civil ceremony, maybe. But yeah, sexual attraction, kindred spirits. It could be union of opposites too, for some of you. Some kind of union of opposites, either within you and someone else or within yourself. This card talks about thoughtfulness in making choices. There may be a need to heal a rift. You may be at a crossroads. A critical life decision must be made. Sometimes, in some situations, it could have something to do with a love relationship. Okay, so that's the past. In the present, you have the Nine of Swords. Spirit saying, trust the present moment. Trust where you are right now. Trust what you're going through right now. This is you, Gemini, again, showing up in your reading. So this card says that you're experiencing fear and anxiety and negativity, worry. It's a card of hopelessness, trauma, and depression, feeling overwhelmed. It's a card of guilt, regret, remorse, isolation, stress, doubt, suffering, having a troubled conscience, insomnia, deep unhappiness, despair, mental anguish, being at your breaking point. This card is about all those worries that keep you up all night or wake you suddenly in the early morning hours. Thoughts, worries, guilt, anguish, or concerns fill your mind and create havoc. You're unable to settle your mind, and the lack of sleep is adding to the situation, making you feel even more vulnerable. This card is all about extreme anxiety, nightmares, regrets over past mistakes or misfortunes. You're in an unhappy, intense state of mind, whether or not the facts bear out the fear. Thus, the suffering associated with this card may be mostly in your mind. Some of you are experiencing bad dreams or horrible fantasies. Deep-rooted or repressed issues are trying to surface so that you can resolve them. It will likely be very challenging to change your attitudes and beliefs, but Spirit's saying it's worth the effort and unpleasantness. 9 is the number of completion, and this card indicates that the changes you're being required to make forecast a better future. It might not feel like it at this time, but Spirit is saying trust the present moment. Okay? It's happening. You're going through this for a reason, even if it doesn't feel good. Mental stress or illness, fear, anxiety due to overthinking and worrying. Be careful, because this might lead to feeling oppressed, okay? Be careful you're not overthinking too much, okay? Especially if it's affecting your sleep. No matter how difficult the situation is, you must face your fears and decide quickly and swiftly, because your worries are paralyzing you. And and your worries are far worse than the outcome. You've been feeling like this for a while now. That the swords, they don't touch you, indicating that your fears are somewhat unfounded and might be from your negative thinking. The way you're feeling could be a negative thinking or the state of mind that you're in at this time. Maybe you're not facing your situation. Your fears about your difficulties are worse than the reality of the situation, Spirit is saying. Okay? And then your future, if all is to remain as is the Empress card. You can create whatever you choose naturally and with joy, Spirit is saying. This is the Mother card, the Empress. This is all, this card is represented by Venus. The Empress for your future, Gemini, is about abundance, nurture, nature, pregnancy, harmony, femininity. It's motherhood, contentment in your future, balance in your future, pleasure, renewal, creativity, fertility. That's all in your future. So you're going to grow from everything you're going through. The Empress card is about growth. So everything you're going through at this time is to help you grow, okay? The Empress is a card that shows a time of natural growth, and your role is to nurture without forcing or neglecting. Pay attention to where you are in the cycle of your project or your situation and take the proper steps. There's great potential for abundance if good care is given. It could require action on your part, or it could require a time of waiting. You're in a position of nurturing someone else or several others. You could be caring for children or the sick. Or maybe you're being supportive of your spouse or a friend that's in need. For some of you, this card represents a pregnancy in your future. And this is for the month of January, so it'll be for the end of January, okay? Or the desire for a pregnancy. You should be nurturing now because you have the inner strength and the ability to do so without depleting yourself. Okay, a strong feminine energy is at work, both as a mother figure and representative of the traditional female role. The Empress is a creative force that works for harmony. She brings disparate things together, reconciling differences like a person running a household must do. This is a card of emotional control and congeniality. This card also refers to your emotional and physical resources for nurturing, healing, feeding, supporting other people. There may be a situation in your life where love and nurturing are required, either by yourself or by others. Maybe this card is talking about the way you were mothered. For the first and most significant relationship you form is with your mother, and this relationship has direct bearing on all subsequent relationships. Okay, so that is your reading, Gemini. If this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. I'm sending you lots of love. I'll see you next time. Take good care. Bye.